Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Half Pint. Wanted to comment on one of the most recent videos by the Atheist Antidote. This is a video that's basically sort of propaganda espousing the veracity of Fox News' claims, and it's sort of huddling in a corner like, please stop hurting me, which is BS in the finest degree. To sort of begin with, I just want to state that this tea tastes awesome. It's a white tea, but anyways, that Fox News viewers have some of the lowest general knowledge ratings of any other news program, according to a recent poll. I can post links in the description to all kinds of polls that show Fox News. I mean, so many Fox News viewers still believe we found weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, which is false. And if you do, you might want to check your facts again, because you're one of them. I really have no stomach for these sort of commentator those. Oh, and to sort of defend that point, George Bush actually called it a disappointment that we didn't find any weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Towards the end of his presidency, he made that claim. So, in fact, George Bush admitted the fact that we found no weapons of mass destruction. Sort of along those lines, I really don't have a stomach for these sort of commentator shows. They don't really prove anything. They don't talk about the issues very often. And more often than not, they're really just lies and sort of slander in the loophole. They draw some sort of conclusion, like this is probably what his intent is. And then by using very specific language, they cover their own asses. For instance, Bill O'Reilly, he straight up lied about the statistics of Fox News basically inviting people on a show, and he said, well, no, there's a 50-50 split between liberals and conservatives. But I never really liked that type of statistic, because first off, even though it's wrong, it's actually somewhere closer to 70-30. It's very easy to manipulate a statistic like that. Let's say I have a show over and over again. And this is my show. For the first segment, I invite somebody that agrees with me on. For the second segment, I invite someone who disagrees with me on. And in the third segment, I just sort of give a rundown of the day's events. So in the first segment, I bring someone who agrees with me. So like, if I'm an extremely conservative person, I'll just say on there, our left-wing atheists, the devil, and they worship goats and sacrifice them on bone altars. Okay, and then I'll bring someone who agrees with me on, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, definitely, and they're indoctrinating our kids in this. We're gonna, kill Americans, families, and stuff like that, and whatever happened to good old-fashioned morality. And then after that, I bring on a second person, and the topic after the show, which after the commercial. I go, okay, all right, well, let's go to commercial breaks. We advertise some Ford trucks or Chevys or Miller Lite or whatever, football, stuff that conservatives usually eat up. And then after that, on the second part of the show, we start saying, well, what do we do about education in our country? And that's when I invite a liberal on. And they'll say, oh, well, we want to make sure the teachers are paid better and whatnot. And all these politically neutral points, there's no problem that he's a liberal. We can actually probably find common ground on that, assuming that we're conservative or whatever. It's very easy to manipulate something like that, and that's basically what Fox News does. And quite literally, Glenn Beck did a segment, and it was just like that. It was, let's talk about how crappy these liberals are, and how all non-Mormons are like evil people and go to Mormon hell or whatever. And he invited someone who agreed with him on, obviously, and then after that, when he has a not-so-polarized discussion, that's when he'll invite liberals in to discuss it. It's very carefully planned, and Fox News is no stranger to it. Neither is MSNBC, to be perfectly honest. However, MSNBC I would defend more readily because their viewers have a better general knowledge rating than Fox News. And for one other reason, and that's that Fox News claims to be fair and balanced, which is a lie, okay? And I don't care if you claim to be conservative and you are conservative, and I don't care if you claim to be liberal and you are liberal, but to blatantly lie about something like that, I think actually degrades the integrity of any sort of potential commentator news like that. Fox News isn't journalism. They a lot of times another tactic they use is they simply use the "they say." Well, they say that atheists are more, morality, non-moral people or whatever, and it's like, who says? Well, they do. So now defend yourself. And I'm going to cut you off halfway through your explanation. And for instance, Bill O'Reilly invited Richard Dawkins on. Bill O'Reilly had the first and last word, and Richard Dawkins spoke for 1/3 of the time, while Bill O'Reilly assumed 2/3 of the time. So, to sort of drive my point home, there's really no reason to listen to this sort of crap that comes out of the TV called news. It's certainly not news, and it's really just polarized segments that espouse people's worldview, and it's claimed as fair and balanced. That's the reason, I don't watch it, and a lot of times it actually is filled with misinformation, as demonstrated by the fact that a lot of conservatives still think we found weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, a point that is actually false. So I just wanted to put that on the table. I personally don't watch Fox News because, I like my sanity, and then because I would probably just freak out and want to strangle the TV. And, I don't really watch TV that much anyways. When I do, it's usually House. But, or a History Channel or something. And I know that they, how the Earth was made. Oh, wow, that's espousing a worldview that involves evolution, whatever, and facts. But whatever, it's not my problem if you disagree with that. Anyhow, so there really is no liberal media. Fox News definitely is brainwashing enough to compensate entirely for it. So pretending like Fox News is some sort of small child huddled in the corner that's been beaten black and blue, it's not. It's actually more harmful than it is good. So that's why I think Fox News should be taken off the air, along with MSNBC and like Nancy Grace or whatever. They talk for half an hour about, a girl goes missing, what is there to talk about? Well, when we find the body, we'll find the body. Jeez. It's just pointless to watch those shows because they don't really do anything for actual news reporting. If you want the facts, you can find the facts, and you're more likely to find them online than some television program that's got half advertisements, half news. So in 1 hour you actually get half an hour's worth of information, and you got a scroller along the bottom that tells you absolutely nothing. Just wanted to put that out there. I'll see you.